But he got caught that time. So on 2nd and 1, he handed off left side, and barreling is James Cook. It'll be running back by committee with Dogs. Cook goes in motion. They swing it to him. A block on the edge, but not good enough. Fighting through that block was Simpson.
Scrimmage and running the football to set up play action.
Behind the 6, 2nd and 13. They swing it in the flat to Cook. Season opening games. I know it's nice for TV. I'm sorry.
Why you guys say that, man?
Cook offensive, but are you still a little surprised how offensive it's been?
Yeah, I've been very surprised.
Tigers streak have scored. Different receivers as Cook the back, getting a chance. Georgia 4 for 11 on 3rd down. They try to throw it short and blowing up. Play clock down at 1. They snap it. On the end around, it was Cook. And once again, end around, Cook makes a cut, and he's knocked down about a yard.
Bennett out of the shotgun. Hands it off to Cook, who's brought down after a gain of about 1 by Moultrie. Dean, and then back to football in full effect in 2017. Cook on the run. And stopped up. Got a little push from behind. It'll be 3rd down after that 5-yard gain. Cook in the backfield. Takes the handoff. Showing a little bit of patience. Comes out of the pack! Houdini in the house!
Clean pocket.
For a 12-yard pickup, they went quickly to the line of scrimmage. Cook through a big hole. Cook into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
They weren't quite in position. They went with a quick play. They pulled the backside guard and tackled the front side tackle, Warren McClendon, number 70, with 2 outstanding blocks on the play. But it was the tempo that Georgia used that really caught this South Carolina defense off guard.
1st and 10. JT Daniels flips it forward to the touchdown scorer, James Cook, who runs out of bounds after a short. Lost his spot as the starter and transferred here to Athens. James Cook took the toss for the coaching, and they are very close friends. They both said they've become really close in a short period of time. Swing pass to James Cook. Speed up the sideline, and he's...
Great block by Brock Bowers, number 19, leading the play. There's the block in the back. Tried to pull off, but right in front of the official. There's Bowers doing his job. 1 good block, 1 bad.
Lots of running room for James Cook. Weaves his way across midfield. The Gamecocks' momentum carried over in the 2nd half. Nice cut by Cook. Jalen Johnson went in motion to the left, and there is Cook out of the backfield for his 2nd touchdown of the night. 1 rushing and now 1 receiving.
Receiver and tight end going inside. Cook is breaking outside and just too easy.
My guess is that Cooper and Ellen will applaud. He arrived and COVID arrived, and there's no spring practice, there's limited summer practice, you can't meet with the players. Very hard to put in a new offense.
4 for number 19. James Cook in, Zamir White out, and here's the ball to one of the more talented multi-purpose backs in college football in a great tackle.
The Georgia defense has done that.
JT hands off to Cook, and James barrels ahead. Got 10 on the last carry from McIntosh, and now Cook goes inside the 25 tomorrow night with that documentary, and I cannot wait to watch it. Cook gets near midfield up to the 49-yard line. I don't know, from Jacksonville, Florida. Hands to Cook. Gets a couple.
Senior out of Miami, younger brother of Dalvin. Takes the ball, gets the block on the edge. He's quick. You can see the acceleration. The running game is going, and they got another 1st down. Spoken a good block on the edge.
And Sawyer, 69, gets up to 27. He didn't make a block. He just walled him off. Good to see him back in the lineup right here.
Massive sophomore tight end from Vegas. They run to the right side. That's James Cook into Arkansas territory. More. Let's just stick with this. Old school. Cook makes a cut. but draws a crowd in his tackle.
Part of this game.
Dogs first 18 plays, 14 runs, they get 15 runs. And if you're running back, just give me the rock.
Oh, their hair on fire. They've not seen that yet in this game.
That's just, it looked easy. And I think he broke a conference record. I told him, all the folks here that think so highly of him, greeting him before the game, but the game is on, and the Dogs are dismantling Pittman's Razorbacks. Cook just sprints into Arkansas territory, 24-yard gain.
But Grant Morgan takes himself right out of the play here by blitzing to the inside. Then they set the edge there with a tackle Sawyer, and he's got all that space to run.
Cook. Hot sideways, nice cut there to pick up about 4. Territory, the 46.
This is like deja vu, right?
And the whole thing has been tilted in whatever direction Georgia's moving. Cook breaks the tackle at the line and, again, gets about 6.
The mindset of Arkansas's defense.
Cook near the marker, way. White again. And this is just an average first down play for them today. 2019 in a loss to Georgia. Handoff underneath to Cook. He ran in things they never experienced in college.
It's kind of part of it, though.
Cook.
Quick tempo here. Handed off Cook. Scampers forward for a couple. One thing we've seen in Cook, the running back. Play action for Bennett. Lofts one over the head. His intended target was Cook coming out of the backfield and smoke. Got to put some more points on the board before halftime. Bennett hands it off. Cook. Not a lot of room there. 2 running backs it. Cook in motion. They do pitch it to him, and he tries to bounce it to the outside. Can't get the yardage.
Roger Auburn a chance to stop him here on 3rd and short.
3rd down and 1. Receiver set just to put it right back into the gut of the back. It's James Cook. Another thing, and I loved what Coach asked Derek Mason yesterday about whether or not they take it personally that all the praise has been on the Georgia defense side. Bennett has been spectacular. 15 of 20 so far today, including 2 touchdowns. Cook the running back, but Bennett will throw. Looking for Cook. Forced out of bounds. Did he hold on? No, it's incomplete.
Great. Making sure he didn't get to the line to gain and actually knocking the ball loose. Looks like he catches it, though.
Yeah, he catches. I want to interested to see if maybe get a couple more looks to see if he may have gotten a foot in or not.
It's going to be whether or not his foot was down initially before he got hit.
Yeah, I think they need to look at that one. It looks like they've been tested in a way of a team that can run it and throw the football. And I'm really interested to see. I think they can handle it, but we got a long way to go before then.
This time it's Cook. Cook in the open field, breaks a tackler, finally dragged down, running back some space.
And right now you're seeing this offensive line dominate up front, and this is the recipe. Wear teams out in the 1st and 2nd quarter. Get them exhausted, get some play action pass, get them questioning on the back end. Do I want to fill? Do I want to come up and make a tackle?
Right back to Cook. Cook, just hard running, looking like his brother Dalvin. Stetson Bennett as well. Just calm, composed, collected. Very different from that first start last year against 7-yard play here. It's just been chunk after chunk to wear down this Auburn defense. Here's another example as James Cook hurdles for a first down.
Roger Jones, number 59, highly touted. See him on the move, making plays.
Bowers, a tight end, is split as a wide receiver down to the bottom of your screen. They'll keep it on the ground. A Cook, little hesitation, and then bursts through for 5. Stetson Bennett to throw. Fires a slant to Cook across the middle. Touchdown, walking in. Georgia leads.
Running back to the backfield is going to go angle route. 2 Kentucky players overrun the play. Perfect throw, perfect call, execution on 3rd down and 5.
Another big opening for Cook.
And Georgia offensive line coach Matt Luke has them working as a machine. Everybody holding their block. Great job by Warren McClendon, number 70, the right tackle that time. Inside, Schaefer, number 54. Everybody maybe not blown.
A year ago, now starter in the receiving core. James Cook trying to take it wide. And he got about 3.
Oh, by the way.
On 2nd and 10, James Cook only got a couple. Kirby Smart told us yesterday the moment is never too big for Bowers. Here's James Cook. And he's got a big gain all the way down to the 23.
And they just go behind the big guys. Tight end still, and remember, this Georgia team puts 2 tight ends in. It's Fitzpatrick that time, taking the end man on the line of scrimmage with the block by the tight end. Or that counter again.
James Cook straight up the middle for a couple. James Cook trying to get wide. And Florida does a nice job bringing him down after. 3rd and 8. Bennett in trouble. Flushed out of the pocket. Throws on the run. Throws a strike to James Cook for the first down.
More options to call different types of plays. Helps our offense.
Will be in motion. 2nd and 10. Cook for a couple. And he'll get the draw play call. And a nice open field tackle by
nose tackle. It's always college football, these 9s and 5s and 6s for the defensive line.
Bowers in motion. Blitz coming. James Cook runs right into it.
I'll tell you that.
From the 11. James Cook with Bennett in the backfield. Gets the carry. James Cook gets the touchdown, Georgia.
The center and the right guard. Watch them double and then get to the linebacker. They push the tackle, they engage, and then they go to the second level and they walk into it. Beautiful offensive line play by Georgia on that run.
James Cook in the backfield with Bennett. Moves his tight end Fitzpatrick in closer. And that's the way Cook goes, and he got the first down. Georgia off turnovers, including a pick 6 by Nakobe Dean. James Cook. Tough run on the inside. Georgia in field goal range, but looking for a first down. They need to get to the 19. Bennett flares it out. Cook, oh man, took it right in the stomach from Diabate.
Yes, he did. Buzz Dean, nice play. Coming up from the secondary, good man-to-man coverage. Come up, get your man. Diabate gets the hit on the quarterback, and what could be a stumble.
That's a couple weeks from now. Here's James Cook dancing in the hole, dancing out of it, and getting a good game before a shot.
Is he good enough?
Here comes a blitz. James Cook takes it outside to avoid that blitz and a first down into.
Again, extra tight end of the field. Bowers does a good job, number 19 at the end of the line, and they continue to move the chains. I'll tell you.
Today, except the opening possession of the ball game, because they had a 6-second drive, which was James Cook, 11 yards.
14-yard completion. This is James Cook on a dime, and Stetson delivers. Cook. Oh, they're stacking things up front is Mizzou, and this is
set of eyes on the sideline is massive for every starting quarterback.
James Cook patiently using his blocks and scooting.
SEC championships.
They do not need to be reminded.
Well, you need to. You got JT Daniels will have an impact on this season for the Georgia Bulldogs. There's no denying.
2nd and goal. James Cook. Nothing there again. As coming around was Manuel again. Short toss, James Cook, right side. Well blocked, James Cook weaving his way as a flag is down back at the 32. James Cook made the first man miss, trying to pick up a block downfield, and he does.
It's just unblocked in the middle of the field. But how about Cook just making a miss? I mean, just great job there. Usually.
Cook on 2nd and 1. That'll be another first down for Joel. And they're going to set up the direct snap here to Zamir White and James Cook in the backfield. Here is Cook. And Cook will take it in. So they shift to the unconventional formation, and they go with the direct snap.
Turn just at the end of that play.
14-yard scramble by Bennett. Now it's James Cook for 3. Combination receiver. James Cook. And Cook into the secondary. James Cook. He will score. Touchdown, Georgia. 39 yards.
This play. combo block inside from the right guard, Erickson, and then he climbs to the secondary and makes the play on the linebacker. What a beautiful job blocking by that Georgia offensive line.
Is in the slot on the left, and that's Washington trailing him. They get it to James Cook instead, and Cook's got a first down and then some.
Back to get into rhythm. Throw it about 3 yards. Good job there, just taking out, blocking in front. That's where those tight ends, when you're able to, this offensive line for Georgia picks it up beautifully to allow the easy throw.
Georgia giving Tennessee a little taste of their own medicine with a hurry up, and James Cook takes it down inside the 10.
Counter tray, squeeze through, and then get into the secondary, use the umpire as a shield and get a
Tennessee end zone. The fans are really getting into it. James Cook goes for 9, though. That'll quiet him.
Maybe.
That was a good way to open it with a 9-yard gain for Cook. And here comes another one for Cook up the middle across the 20. So 3 receivers to this side for Bennett. If he does throw, he's just going to keep giving it to number 4 until they stop him. And they stop him after a 3-yard gain this time.
Backer goes out with him. You know you got man.
Bennett loads, goes that way to the corner. Got it! Touchdown! Gary called it. Bennett threw it. Cook caught it.
Modern day football, you put a running back out wide, shove the linebacker out there. Now I got it. I've got a skilled player on a linebacker, and it's gone.
That throw was perfect. Impressive day in the backfield with Stetson Bennett. He gets the carry, and he gets out to the 25. About 5 years ago, but it would have been his 84th birthday today, Buddy Bennett.
A Bennett pickoff right about here if Georgia throws it again.
And James Cook to the edge. Did he stay in bounds? No.
More plays. They're starting to fit inside. Justin Schaefer, 54. Early he got beat, but on that play he gets pass against Florida, similar for a touchdown.
And that was to Bowers too.
Yep. Threw it early, feathered it up. That one was half.
One more. That's going to be more than I've completed all year. Here's Cook on the end around. Got a good block. James Cook.
Did he pitch it to him? Because if he did, it's good.
It is.
Yep.
So there's your 15th completion. Behind Zamir White, who's playing fullback, and he gets the toss sweep. James Cook to the corner into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
Right here, he's got to reach out and block the tackle to his right. Get some help from Truss, number 73. But that seals it off, and then Cook takes it in.
Number that would sneak up on people, and his running ability definitely has snuck up on people this year. Big hole between the tackles, first down yardage.
Yeah, they come off the ball really well, get guys locked up. And James Cook, if you remember the name.
Cook the lone back, they'll feed him. Cuts back inside at a gaping hole up the middle. Weaving his way past midfield. Now past the 40 and down to the 33-yard line before Matthew.
Ball effectively, and here's why. When you have linemen stopping, knocking people off the ball, this is what you have. Cook can really move effectively.
A dynamic duo, White and Cook. 2 carries, 51 yards for Cook. Gets the ball here, but actually dropped for a loss. Jerome Rice. Handoff, probing the left side and tripped up after a gain of 4. Is
really stood out on film, even as a walk-on. Works hard, plays hard, and you can see he got a nice little catch there from Stetson.
Bennett with James Cook behind him. Play action. Bennett looking, now tosses underneath, complete at the 15. Shake and bake at the 10. Down and escorted out of bounds at the
65%. Looking downfield, and he has a check down to James Cook. And then, hey, James, you helped me out on that last one. Let's get you in for 6. He's really starting to play some good football here late in the year. Look, play action pass. I'm going downfield. Oh, I got my check down. Get it down there. Let him make a play. He makes a guy miss, almost makes another one miss. This is what he brings to the element of his game. And then, okay, we're going to reward you. Offensive line, block well for me. James Cook in.
Led by Zamir White and James Cook.
It'll be Cook. And he is turned back at the 21-yard line. Picked spot. It's a pretty flattering comparison for a true freshman. Here's Cook. He bobs and weaves for James Cook. breaking a couple tackles and works hard for about 3, maybe 3 like that last season. Plenty of time on the clock for the Dogs before halftime, as they will start at their own 20-yard line with a run to James Cook.
You got to understand, it's going to be a big chance for you, and I think, you know, the persistence of wanting to be the starting quarterback at Georgia, believing in it. Just a good run game look for this offense.
Here's James Cook with a stiff arm, looking like his big brother Dalvin. He's got another first down for.
You know, I think, watch this as he goes through this hole. Just good vision, stiff arm with the left arm, and just balance against those 2 arm tacklers for that Georgia Tech. Play great defense, special teams, and we are not going to give games away. That's part of the identity of knowing we are.
And when you run it like this, quarterback doesn't have to do too much.
Schaefer, and you're going to pull your tight end Bowers from the left side of the offensive line. Out. Cook with the vision. That ball hits basically.
Against Kansas, as James Cook gets tied up near the line of scrimmage.
Bennett flares it out to Cook. With a stiff arm, got away from one man, got it down the sideline, and immediately a first down.
Personal foul, right here, defense number 2.
George Pickens made his first appearance against Georgia Tech last week. Here's Cook on the run. This time he's knocked down. Bennett under center. And they give it to Cook on an end around, and James Cook perfectly timed.
Reputation and accolades for doing a great job with the defense, but Todd Monken, in my mind, could be assistant
award. Not sure he shouldn't have been on that list, but here's the toss sweep. James Cook behind his blockers and down near the 12.
Is in there. Overloaded. Fitzpatrick gets his block, and then Warren McClendon's coming around the big tackle.
Play clock down to 2. James Cook, first down. A good start here in the first quarter.
You know, when I went back and watched last year's game when Stetson Bennett played, you mentioned the 3 interceptions, but
they're behind now with 9:46 to go in the second quarter. James Cook. And he got about 5.
Cook right here. He's dangerous on 3rd down, running his option routes.
Here comes a blitz. Bennett. And he threw it behind Cook, who had an opening there. Toe-to-toe.
He and Cook, last time they weren't. Communication problems on the slant. This time, Cook says
they played him and has seen that lead go away in the second half. Now they're going to play it safe. Just a 1 yard. That's McConkey in motion. James Cook dropped for a loss by Will Anderson. Sets Georgia up at the 43-yard line with a first down. Bennett throws short to Cook, and he's put down by Brian Branch. Cook stops and goes and got a couple. Here's Jackson in motion. Bennett on a little toss to James Cook. They got about 7 building. The 2 at Tagovailoa, 1 to Devontae Smith. And Cook got a first down. To'o takes him out. Crossing route. James Cook is checked down. Got about 9. To'o.
5 of his 14.
Cook got a first down. Job knocked him down. A situation every snap and with little time in between if at all possible, and that's not a good spot on the field to gain anything.
Last second adjustments as the play clock winds down, and they give it to Cook, who makes the cut in the clear. James Cook inside the 3rd ball.
Watch Erickson come down and then climb, which is so important against this defense and what they can do because they want to get downhill. 50 there does a nice job getting his hat just enough on seal that.
21-yard gain. Bennett looked that way, now does feed it to Cook, who is wide open. Accelerates and is knocked down after a 7-yard gain. Pickens, number 1, still trying to work his way back from the knee surgery on the field for the first time tonight. They hand it off inside.
Look at Hutchinson moving inside.
Bennett has protection and launches downfield. It's caught by Cook. and he's wrestled down at the
shot. You got one-on-one here, no safety here. Even though it's third down and short, Stetson Bennett with this lead says, hey, I believe in my guy. If I see a linebacker.
Red clock winding down, end around to Cook, and they track him down, tackle him behind the line.
See him to the top, to the far left there, does just enough to slow him down, and then there's the rest of that.
Shift from left to right behind Bennett in the shotgun. Stetson takes the snap, hands it to Cook again, runs on an angle to the left into a crowd of bodies. Split backfield with Milton and Cook. We run Cook out to the right. They tip a ball to the right side. He still catches it. Cook breaks a tackle at the 32 up the far side. Third quarter. Dogs in the Massey Ferguson red zone. Toss to Cook to the right. A sweep with blocking by the tight ends. Cook slams on the brakes inside. Cook in the backfield. James going to get the carry. There was a hole at right tackle. There's another flag as Cook.
Logically, on this third and short play, Dogs need one. Bennett looking to throw for it under pressure. Hammered, but he lobs it out to Cook, who collects it and sprints for a touchdown. What a homecoming night for James Cook.
Release down here. Colson just on the outside trying to match up man-to-man with him. And watch the job that Mitchell does, walling off a defender just to be safe, kind of boxing him out, not letting the other backer, Ross, catch up to him.
For a shaky opening possession. And the ball off to James Cook. One guy that Saban is very wary of.
A company to get to you.
James Cook in the game. He's got the football on first and goal. Runs right. And they need 12 on this third down. And it's a screen. Cook, a lot of work to do. And no chance.
They hit the big play to Pickens, but other than that, it's been tough.
Yeah, three and outs in their first 4 possessions. This is Cook trying to get it going on the left side. Just a couple of yards. Holly, teen.
Yep.
Way too much of this tonight for Georgia. Then an underneath to Cook. Dangerous with the football in his hands. Makes a cut. Cook makes a cut. He's got blazing speed. James Cook in a foot race. Can the Tide track him down? They finally get him inside.
And pick up a nice couple blocks. It's one of the first times. Remember, they had a couple runs by White, but this is a different kind of run because of the vision and the cutback and then the speed. That's just natural instincts as a ball carrier. Instead of keeping that play side after he got through the line of scrimmage, felt that defense over pursuing, cut back on Helms, number 2, and then he's out.
Cook is the back. Bowers to the right. They hand it to Cook. They try to run it in around the edge, and that doesn't work against the Tide. Was rewarded in the last drive. You trust him to keep throwing here. Cook, it's about 4 on first down. His back's very fresh down the stretch. Pitch to Cook. And fights off a tackler in the backfield with a stiff arm.
Hit him. But he does a nice job with that stiff arm right there to get away from a potential loss, and then tries to reach out. Helms tackle. He keeps his knees up and stretches.